So one of the key things, again, about design is people don't realize, and I'm kind of surprised because I guess it's not really communicated that often, is that a design is a binding mutual contract. It's a document that we are both committing to. And it's no different than when you have documents you'll see from us that were stamped and sealed by surveyors, structural engineers, civil engineers. It's the same thing. You know, they're stamping and sealing their documents. Our industry, it's not really a necessity, only really on the commercial side. But they're basically saying, this is what I'm providing. I'm stamping and sealing it to put my company's name on that document, saying this is what I'm accountable for on your project. And it's a very important document because if people deviate, from that agreement, they are no longer liable. They're stamping and sealing those specifications based on their expertise of what's the right answer for your job and saying, this is what we need to do. And if somebody doesn't do it and there's a problem down the road, they're no longer liable, okay? The company who didn't really follow those particular specifications are now liable. And I have done legal work in this industry for many years for clients that had things like retaining walls failing. And I'm asked by insurance companies to come out and evaluate and assess what went on and what it would take to correct the problem and what it would cost as an independent expert. And the first thing I ask for, either from the insurance company or from the actual homeowner, is the design. Why? Because I know why the wall failed, but I need to know who's responsible for it. And if the design wasn't engineered and specified properly, then whoever designed it and stamped and sealed it is liable and responsible. What they designed didn't work. But if it's the contractor's fault or any particular professional that didn't follow those specifications, then it's their fault and they're liable. So a design is there to protect you more than anything. And I always tease, clients every once in a while because we all speak of budget, right? Well, the design is typically the smallest cost to the project, a fraction of the cost typically of the project. And the whole point of design, other than what I touched on already, is we're looking for you to spend the small dollars, the smaller investment to figure all these things out to protect you and the bigger investment that's to follow. And that's applicable to any discipline, any industry, just like you wouldn't jump into a business without a very strong, well thought out business plan. That's your roadmap. You hear that term quite a bit in our industry, but it is true. So don't devalue the design investment, the investment of design. People I met the other day were like, we just want to get going and we have to pay for design. And I'm like, I'm trying to slow you down and, inform and educate you more of the importance and value of design. And ironically, we're doing this project potentially for them because the last design that was implemented is bad and it's failing. So, and they're not really realizing part of that has to do with the design process. So I hope I'm shedding some light on some things that really gets talked about in detail. I don't want to get long-winded. There's many more details I could get into design. But really what I'm looking for is questions and feedback as I'm starting to do these videos, whether it's from the trade side or the homeowner or other professionals that we align with. So everybody has a clear understanding, It's the old cliche that, we don't know what we don't know until it's fully explained. And typically when it's explained clearly, it's almost like common sense. All right. Again, always trying to bring value and look forward to speaking to anybody that would like to talk about it. Thank you.